Hello everyone, good morning. Good morning, very good morning, Chandu, Jayashree, Love, Shweta, very good morning friends. So I think we are waiting for few more people, two more people. I think after that we can start. Good morning, Hasini, Kalpana, Sam, very good morning. Good morning, Chandu. Kanya, very good morning. So today we will be starting with the last part of the first module. So it's night for us. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what time is that? What time zone you are? Correctly, is it 9 or 8:30? EST. Okay. So 9:40 it is. Oh, okay, that's very late. Okay, that's actually very late. 9:35 it is. Okay. Yeah, it is pretty odd time. Maybe like if it's required, like I can request them. Not sure if it would be too early for others in India to join, but it's very late for you. 9:40 it is. Yeah. Okay, friends. So we shall begin this session. So yesterday we were seeing about. Hope everyone can see my screen, right? So I think we'll start with the last part of the module 1 here. Okay. Okay. So we'll go here for this. So till yesterday we were talking about the architecture. We saw about the SQL engine, how it is working, and what are some of the unique features of Tableau projects and things. Mostly it was like practicals and mix of both. So from today onwards, I believe it would be more of practical things, and it would be like 50-50, I should say, 50% practical, 50% theory. There will be some challenging questions also for you all to answer to make it even more better. So, okay. So, yesterday we were covering under slide number 61. Okay, we were checking out the various data file extension, various file extensions that is available in Tableau and why we have so many file types there in Tableau. So that was something what we saw yesterday. So what is the main purpose of that? So I believe friends yesterday I showed you this, right? TWB, TWBX and TDS. So TWB is the workbook alone. TWBX is going to be workbook plus the connections. So the file format contains the details of the workbook as well as the local data file that is used in analysis. So here basically the file format what we are seeing it will be in TWBX. They call it as packaged workbook. So here the purpose is to share with other Tableau readers. That is the main purpose of creating this. And we have something called TDS, Tableau data source. So for this one, I showed you that in our Tableau repository. So whenever you are installing Tableau in your system, you should be able to see something called My Tableau repository. So this is the location. So under this, if you just go to this data sources, so it's having 3 folders. These are the previous versions of Tableau which I had, so that folder is also available. The latest version is 10.1, and this is where I will be able to see the TDS. Can you see here? Tableau data source. And there is also one more file called TDE. Yeah. And there is one more file called TDE. So some of you were asking me, what is this TDE and what exactly this TDE has and why we are using this TDE or something. Okay. So here if you see this, TDE is nothing but Tableau data extract. Okay. So what this Tableau data extract is, can you see here type of file? This is a Tableau extract and the other is a Tableau data source. Okay. So what exactly this TDE means? I'm just going to open this TDE file and show this to you. I'm going to edit this with Notepad. Let's see what we have. Can you see here, friends? This TDE is nothing but the name contains an extract and it's nothing but an XML code. And here if you see these values, you are not able to see anything. Can you see that? DC2, null and some unmeaningful things are given here. So some special characters and things. These are nothing but encrypted form of your data. So this TDE file is going to be an encrypted, compressed XML code of your data. So why this TDE is required, we are going to see it in some time, but we will see this is going to be in XML format and which is going to be having compressed form of the data. So that's what you are able to see it here. So can you see here, everything is almost like unmeaningful. You cannot derive out any meaning out of this data. Okay. So why this is encrypted? Can anyone tell me why this has to be encrypted? Right. That is for the data security purpose. That's right, Samir, Manikandan, Love. That's right. So the main purpose is data security here. Okay. So I'll tell you this particular thing. For example, it's saying something called Tanzania, Sierra Leone, Samatom, Morocco, and other details it's giving. And these are nothing but just encrypting the data whatever we are having in the source. So why it has to be encrypted? Because you are going to save this in your local system. So Tableau has a different approach, friends. Unlike the normal, I told you when someone asked me, I think it was Manikandan who asked me sometime before, like what is the size of the data storage? I told you the size of the data storage is size of your system's memory. Whatever your system's capacity is, that would be the size of the data storage. So the simple answer is that one only here. So whatever may be your data, if you are saving that as a Tableau data extract, that data will be compressed and it will be saved in your local system, which cannot be, see for example this data set, if you see the actual size of this data set would be around like 1 GB or something. And the actual size of the sample store, superstore data set is almost like I believe 800, 900 MB. So this has been compressed to 172 KB. And this is getting compressed to 300 KB. And you see almost like 10 times. Okay, Sagar, that's great. So hope you are able to see my screen. And we are talking about Tableau data extracts here. Okay, so this Tableau data extract is nothing but it's going to be a compressed and an XML format of the data, XML format of actual data. So whatever data you are having it in your system, yesterday we opened a data set such as this, we opened this Excel file, right, sample superstore. So what is the size? 3304 KB. The actual size of this sample superstore is 3304 KB. when we are making it as a Tableau data extract, I will tell you how to convert this as a Tableau data extract. After conversion, the same size of this file is getting reduced to 300 KB. That is almost 10 times compression. That's what is happening here. So this is getting compressed to 172 KB to be precise, 172, which is like more than 10 times compression. So this is what this Tableau data extract is going to have the contents about. So this Tableau data extract is something like which is helping us to compress the data and encrypt our source data for security purpose. That is the main intention. Is it clear for everyone, Tableau data extracts? We will be seeing some real-time examples, how to create extracts and these things in following modules. For now, you understand this is our extract looks. Okay. So we saw about these three file types, and next we saw about, okay, there is something called TDE. We saw that this file contains the data used in a TWB file in a highly compressed columnar data format. So this is a column stored indexes. If you all have heard about column store indexes concept, so that is a new concept that is introduced other than the normal indexes what we have created. There is something called column stored indexes. So this is saved in a columnar stored index format. But we cannot figure out from seeing this TDE file, we will not be able to understand anything there. Okay, that is that. So this is like TBM. We will not be using this much. So mostly like it is nothing but like a bookmark what you create in your Internet Explorer, something very similar to that. So this is like a single worksheet that is shared easily and pasted into other workbooks. So this is like a Tableau bookmark we can create. So we will not be using this that much, but we also have this format. And there is something called TPS, Tableau preference file. I'll tell you what this Tableau preference file is. For example, in the data sources, whatever we are seeing under my Tableau repository, can you see here there is something called preferences.tps. Okay, what this preference.tps is going to see, let's open this. There is also nothing but this is going to be a color format. So, for example, if your organization has a specific color standard, so if your organization has a specific color requirement, that these are the only colors I need to use, I prefer these colors only. So in that case, what they do, they create something called preference files. So this preference file is nothing but going to be an XML form of workbook. So this preference file is something which is going to contain the color information. So this is having some color information such as these, and some color coding which is very specific for a particular organization. Similarly, you can create it for your own organizations and you can have it in your Tableau repository. So when you are having this as a package in your Tableau repository, you can ask your employees or persons who are working in Tableau to send this preference file manually to them. They can open this preference file and they can paste it in the existing preference file location. So it's like just a copy paste you can do. Automatically your preferences will get, you will be able to see that in your Tableau workbook. I will show you where you can see this in some time. When we are designing about the colors and other things, when we are seeing on those stuff, we'll see how to use this preference file. So preference files are nothing but they are just going to store the color preferences. That's what it is. The file stores the color preferences used across all the workbooks. It is mainly used for consistent look and feel across the user. So that's why I told you, it's consistency among all the people, so all the dashboards. So when you are working in your organization, there will be different teams who might be working in Tableau. So you should be consistent enough so that the dashboards what you are creating or things what you are working on, it is with the industry standard and it's aligned with organization preferences. So to make that consistency, they are creating something called Tableau preference file. Okay. So is this clear, friends? Okay. So this is what we have. So now some questions for you, friends. So he's our CEO and he needs an yearly report for all the category which has profit greater than 10,000. Okay, Love has a question. So for TDE, when we refresh data every time, it generates a new TDE file. Okay, that's true, Love. That's correct. So whenever you are going to do a refresh of the TDE, friends, I'll show you how to do a refresh. So whenever you are refreshing a TDE file, what happens is, so when you are using it from Tableau desktop, that point of time you might have to do a manual refresh of a TDE. So whenever a refresh is happening, a new TDE file is getting replaced with the existing, because when new data is coming, the file has to be regenerated, right? So for that purpose, a new TDE file would be created. However, then after you are deploying it to the server takes care of that. You just need to click on refresh, or you can just click set the refresh schedule so that the server itself updates the TDE at that specific time. So that is the main purpose of hosting it in server, right, for automation. So server takes care. So until you are using it locally in your desktop alone and you are trying to refresh, that point of time you have to do it manually. So that is the only requirement. Is that clear? Okay, thank you. So the next thing what we'll be seeing is testing your knowledge. Can anyone tell me how can we get this result? Okay. Most of you have told it is fit access, and some answers I'm getting it is show me and group members and fit access. Okay. So Manikandan is saying I would use a filter which is not an option, so I will go for fit access. Okay, that's right. And Anil is saying row category, column category profit and fit access at least. Okay. That's great, friends. As most of you have answered it as fit access, let's see what is the answer, actual answer for this. Let's see that. Okay. So for this, some of you have answered as group member. So group member within fit access, we just have only one option called fit access. So fit access is basically for locking a specific access that only shows a specific range and dynamic access. So basically the main purpose is to, it can adjust within that range only. Basically the range would be locked based on the minimum and the maximum values whatever we are setting. So here, since he wants to see only from 10,000, we will be locking the access. The option why filter is not given is, in filter, when I am showing you certain things, in filter, what happens is, though you can set a range there, what happens is always the user have an option to reset the filter. So it is like, for example, I am saying the least value should be 10,000. Okay, and there will be a slider which comes in a filter. So always the user can reset that from 10,000. He can bring it back to 0 also. So it will not lock it. However, in a fit access is something which locks the view itself. You will not be able to see anything more than that. You have no option to change or modify that filter. So that is why we are using fit access here. Yeah. Okay, friends. So this was to test your knowledge. So this is the next question for you. Now we will see. Okay, to my earlier classes as I shifted my place. Okay. Hello Sumit, welcome. So you can basically, there are some recordings that is available, Sumit. So what you can do is you can get in through those recordings and you can just have a look, and you will be able to see those recordings there directly, and whatever classes you have missed, you can just see that recording and let me know for any clarifications if you require. Yeah, not an issue. So you can always go to this pre-recording things which is available for you. So you can basically look at those. Yeah, not a problem. Thank you. So for second question, most of you are answering it as show me. Yeah, Lav. So Lav has a question, but they are not asking for range, right? Yeah, that's true. They are not asking for a range, but the thing is that with filters, basically what Manikandan was saying, he would be using filters if show me is not there. So since if a filter is there, he would have chosen the filter. So for that I was giving an answer like what would be happening if you are using filters. So that's why I just had to tell you. Yeah, thank you, Sumit. Okay. Okay, friends, here Shantini is facing some audio issues. So how about you all? Are you all able to hear me well, or is there some disturbance in my audio? Okay. Okay, everyone else, I'm getting a response that the audio is clear, and Kalpana is saying there is echo coming. One moment. That means I will just adjust my mic volume. How about now? Are you still facing the issues? Yeah, Shantini, I think those who are facing audio issues, can you please log in once again after disconnecting this session? Can you rejoin back? I think it should be better. Yeah, for Kalpana now it is better, it seems. You can just try relogging in again, Shantini. You can just check that. So for any audio issues, friends, if you just log in once again, I think that should help you. Okay. So if you go for this particular question, so I have to select the country from dimension and profit from measure. How could Tableau help me in achieving the best visualization? So is this show me or show me mark label? So most of you have answered it as show me. Okay. Let's see what is the answer. Yes, it is show me. Because the show me is the one which helps you to choose a view among a type of highlighted best charts which is available. So based on the data types and based on the fields what you are selecting, Tableau by default suggests you that. Okay. Okay friends, so now what we will do, and first I will introduce you to joins here. Okay, so we will first get introduced to joins, then we will see about how joins are working in Tableau. Okay, hope that should help you. Let me open an Excel sheet. Okay, friends. So I'll be. So how many of you here are conversant in joins and other operations? How many of you know joins already? So let me ask you the other way. How many of you do not know joins? Okay. Okay, that's great. So a few of us do not know joins and most of the others are aware about joins. Okay, friends. So since we have a few people who are not got introduced to joins, what I will do, I'll give you an example, friends. For example, assume that this is table A. Okay. In table A, I'm having column 1. This is my column. Okay. So in this column, basically within this table A, what I'm having is, I'm having some records like this, friends. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Similarly, I'm having one more table called table B, which also has column 1. Okay, which is going to have some values like 1, no, maybe like 5, 6, 1, and 7. Okay. So now I'm going to perform inner join with this, friends. Okay, so this inner join, what it is going to do, so this inner join is nothing but like it's going to give me the common record. So joins, how it works is, friends, so it works on row by row basis. Okay, the first thing, it works on row by row basis. So in the row number 3, I'm having one record. So it will compare this one if I'm finding any match in my table B. So the join would be something like, they would be writing a query for this. So I'll tell you how this query is written. So the normal syntax for an inner join query would be, okay, normal syntax for an inner join query would be like select column 1 table A dot column 1 from table A, inner join table B on table A dot column 1 equals table B dot column 1. So this would be the normal syntax of an inner join, friends. So this inner join, what it is going to do, it is going to just give you the common records between these two values. So whatever records which is common between these, those values it will display that. So that is going to be the main purpose of inner join. So this join works based on a concept called Cartesian multiplication. Okay, join works on a concept called Cartesian multiplication. For example, how an inner join works is, for example, assume this is the table A, and assume you have one more table called table B. So these are the two tables, friends. Okay. So in table A, whatever records what I am having, that would be taken, and in table B, whatever records that is there, that would be taken. Okay. So here in table A, what and all records we are having? We are having 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have 1, I am writing 1 here, okay, 1. I'll tell you the reason why I am writing 1 there. Okay, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4 in table A, right? In table B, we have 5, 6 and 7. So I didn't specifically write this 1. The reason is because this is going to be a common record for both these tables. So that is the reason why we are having 1 here. So there is a 1 which is common for both these. So that's why this is called as the intersection of these two things. So common for this and this table. So inner join is the one which helps you to identify the commonalities between these two tables. What is the unique value which is present there? What is the unique record with what we have, which is common for both these tables? So that is where like inner join helps us to do that. Okay. Correct. That's right, Chandu. So now how this join is being performed at the database level, I'll show you. So this is like one row is there here. This one would be compared with each and every value. If it is matching with this, is this one matching with the first row of this? No, this is not matching. So it will not enter any value, it moves to the next row. This is matching with this row? No, this is not matching. Is this matching with this row? Yes, this is matching. So yes, this is matching with this row. So we have a match here. So when a match is found, it writes that record here. When a match is not found, it does not write anything. Similarly, it checks for the next 2. 2 is not found anywhere here. Next it goes with 3 and it checks for 3. It doesn't find any match for 3. And it goes for 4 and there also it doesn't get any match. So it writes only one record in the output, that would be 1 alone, which is matching between table A and table B. That is where inner join is going to help you. So inner join is going to give you the result of this part only, the one where we are just saying out here, right? This part alone we will be getting there in an inner join. This part alone. This part alone. In an inner join. Okay. So are you all clear with inner join, friends? Any question? Okay. So this is inner join. Now there is something called left join. Yeah. So this is mostly related to programming. I would say yes. But why I am telling you this concept is Tableau is going to perform some joins at the background further. So though we need not practically know how the result is going to come, but you should know how Tableau is working here at the background, right? So if at any point of time when they are asking you in an interview or in your project, like how things are being taken when two tables are there, so that point of time you should be in a position to tell them that yes, this is working based on joins and this is how the join is performed. At least the concept we should be aware. So that's the main purpose of showing you this example. Yeah. Okay. So now the same thing, friends. Then we are performing a left join. Let's see what would be the result. Okay. So in a left join, what it is going to do is it's going to take all records from the left table. So what it is going to do is going to take all records from the left table. So this is going to be my left table and matching records from my right table. Okay, this is going to be all records from my left table and matching records from my right table. So all records, what are the records that I'm having in my left table? I'm having, other than 1, I'm having 1, 2, 3 and 4. And what is the matching record among this? So I'll just remove 1 because 1 is going to be a matching record there. I'll put it here instead of this. So as a single one time one, I'll put 1. So this is the one. So we have 5, 6, 7. These are the records. Okay. So this is my record. So what it's going to do it in my left join is it's going to take all records from my left table, okay, plus my matching records from this table. So what result this is going to give me? Can anyone tell me what would be the output of this one, friends? So it's going to take all records from my left table plus matching records. Okay, Samir is saying it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So most of you are saying it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Some of you are saying it is 1. No, Salim. Here, the data is going to give you all records from left table. This is the left join what we will be performing. So here, it would be like all records from the left table and matching records from the right table. So here it would be mostly like, so all records is plus 2, 3, 4 and 1. So 1 is the common record here. So inner join alone gives you 1. The left join basically gives you 1, 2, 3 and 4. So left join is basically going to give you this result out there. Okay. So this would be the result of a left join. So the left join is basically going to give you all records. So how it works is it first checks for matching record. So is there any matching record here? So there is one matching record. Yeah, one is matching, so one is getting returned. Next it checks for all the data values from the left table. So one is already there. So what are the remaining data values? It's 2, 3 and 4. So it writes 2, 3, 4. That's it. Okay. So this is what we call them as left join. So now what is going to be the right join? What is going to be the result for a right join? Exactly. Exactly, friends. All records from the right table and matching records from left. Okay. So there is one thing what I need to tell you, Shantini. You have in your result answer you have given 2 times 1. It's not going to be 2 times 1 because 1 is getting matched only once, right? So what happens is, what is the general perception the people have is, so since there is 1 getting repeated 2 times, so 1 is getting returned twice there. But in actual it is multiplication, it's not addition. So in the multiplication what happens? 1 is getting repeated once. So the result is going to be 1 into 1, right? Which is equal to 1. So that means 1 is getting repeated 1 time. So it's 1 into 1. But the normal perception what people get confused is, so if 1 is getting repeated, here there is 1 and here there is 1. So we assume that it is going to be like 2 times 1. No, the result is going to be here 5, 6, 1 and 7. This is going to be the result. So 1 is matching 1 time. So if at all I had 1 here 2 times, then it would be 5, 6, 7, 1 and 1 again. So this is basically multiplication, friends, what is happening. So 1 is getting repeated how many times? It's getting repeated twice. So the result is going to be 1 into 2. That is 2. Okay? That is going to be the result. You got me, Shantini? Okay, thank you. So that is one important thing, friends. So what is happening here is, it is a Cartesian multiplication which happens. So you keep this in your mind. Whenever there are common records between both the tables, that point of time, the joins are going to get converted as Cartesian multiplication. So that is one thing to note there. So the joins are going to get converted as Cartesian multiplication whenever we are having a common records between both these objects. Okay. So always it's Cartesian multiplication only. Okay. So we have now covered extensively the concepts of joins. We will see one more type of join called cross joins. Okay. So this is what we saw now. Inner join is going to give you the common record. Left join, all records from left table plus matching records. Right outer join or right join is going to be all records from right table plus matching records. Full outer join is going to be matching, unmatched from both the tables we will be getting. So this Cartesian join or cross join, what it is it's nothing but a matrix multiplication. So when would this normal join become a Cartesian join? When will a normal join become a Cartesian join? I just told you an example. for the question what Shantini asked. When would a normal join become a Cartesian join, friends? We just saw that. Yes. Okay. When the value will be 1, no, Samir, not the when the value will be 1. The value are equal. That is, number of repetitions in this particular values. So whatever values you are able to see over there, the number of records what you are seeing there, that will get repeated more than once. So in our example here, when a normal join becomes a Cartesian, Cartesian is nothing but a multiplication. So when it will become a multiplication? When there are matching records between table A and table B. When you are finding some match records between table A and table B, that point of time, the normal join will become a Cartesian join. It will become a Cartesian multiplication. Okay. So, Kanya has a question, what is the result for a full outer join here? Okay. So, the result of a full outer join is going to be, Kanya. So, this full outer join, what is going to be the result? It's going to be all columns from column A, all columns from column B, plus matched and unmatched records. Okay. So, here, what it would be giving you? So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So first we will take all columns from all data from table A. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, all records from table B. So from table B, how many records are there? So 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. So how many times now we have taken all the unmatched, sorry, I will not take 1 here because 1 is a matched record. So all records from table A. So the general join would be looking like, I'm just clearing it out. So the general join will look like, so all records from table A, all records from table B. So here we will not consider the matched ones, friends. We will be taking all records from table A, which will be like 2, 3, 4. And all records from table B, which will be 5, 6, 7. And what is the matched record? Matched record is 1. How many times 1 is there? 1 is getting repeated twice. So it will become a Cartesian multiplication. So the result will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 1. So the result for this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 is getting repeated twice. Why 1 is getting repeated twice? The reason is because it is becoming a Cartesian multiplication here. So it's going to be like 1 into 2 times 1 is getting repeated. So that's why we have 2 times 1 and the remaining are the normal values. So this would be like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 and 1. That would be the result of a full outer join. Okay. So the Cartesian multiplication, Cartesian join, what is going to be the result? So did you all get this one from for the full outer join? How this is looking? Any questions? Okay. So how this cross joins or Cartesian joins are going to work? So that is going to work like nothing but a Cartesian multiplication. So for example, if the records are available there, Okay. What would be, yeah. So now we'll see the result of a Cartesian join. So Cartesian join is nothing but going to be a cross join. It's going to be a Cartesian multiplication for each and every row. It's nothing but a matrix multiplication. What it would happen. So just go. Okay. So we were here. So we saw the result for a full join. Cartesian join is going to be a cross join. So cross join or Cartesian join is going to be one and the same. We are going to see an example for a cross join. So Cartesian product on both the tables. So this is going to be the result, something like cross join. Let me take an example for you all from my screen so that I can just show you a live example directly. So cross join is going to give you a Cartesian multiplication of both the results. So this cross join is basically going to give me the result of number of rows in my first table with that of number of rows multiplied in my second table here. So number of rows in the first table multiplied by the number of rows in my second table. That is going to be the result of a cross join here. Okay. So let's see that in an example. So for example, are you all able to see my screen, friends? Okay. How about now? Are you able to see? Okay. Okay. So this cross join is going to be the number of rows are like, it's going to be like multiplication between these two values, friends. So how many rows are there here in this table? So in this table we have like 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 multiplied by, assume that this is going to be my first table and this is my second table. 4 multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 5 fours are 20. 20 rows we are going to get here. So how that result will look like is, for example, it will not give you matched, unmatched. It's going to repeat haphazardly. So for example, 1 is that it just multiplies this and this. So one record with one record, so it will return 1. And again, next 1 goes here, it goes to 6. Again, it repeats 1. So like that, it goes on and on and on, and finally it gives you the result. An example for that, this kind of join would not be used mostly, but I just thought, since you asked me how this would be looking, so this is how it will look, friends. For example, pictorial representation of cross join is 1 is matched with this, again with 2, again with 3, again 2, 1, 2, 3. So 2 into 3 into 3, it's going to be 9 times the row is going to get repeated. So it's just going to be a multiplication directly. So that's what it is. So they have an example for this. For example, item table, item unit, company ID. So when they are taking out this, they are basically getting the cross join. So this is how a cross join would, they are joining between foods and company. So it's going to give you all possible combinations here. So all possible combinations. So that's what it's going to give. See here it's taking this cheese mix. Cheese mix is the first record, and that first record is getting matched with this based on this company ID, that is 16. It is getting matched with everything there, whatever we are seeing, and it's getting matched with all the values, and the result would be something like combination of everything there. It would be like how many rows there multiplied by how many rows here. So cheese mix, cheese it, and bee and biscuit. So that 7 rows would come first, and then next these 7 rows would come, and then a combination between this and this would come. So like that the record goes on and on. So this is like totally like a matrix multiplication which will happen. So you understand that cross join is nothing but a matrix multiplication, which is going to give you all combination of the records by applying Cartesian products on both the tables. Okay. So irrespective of matches there or not, matches not there, it's going to give you all records by default. Okay, friends. So you got the concepts of join. Okay. Okay, friends. So now let's move to something called union, what we have. Okay. So this union is something slightly different than join. Why I told us, in a join, if you see, join we are going to do on column basis. For example, column 1 with that of column 1. So in a join, you are basically going to do an operation of joins on a column basis. Column to column you are going to match. So if a match is found, I will be retrieving that column. If a match is not found, I will not. So that is how join works, right? It is basically adding new column wise. Can you see this example here? So here they had initially like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When they are merging it together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they are getting 1 row extra here, which means we will be joining this and this in a column wise. We will be making the join. So we will be combining the columns. However, in union, it's going to be one table on top with another table. So for the same union, it's going to do the result of a union. So this is like a table A and this is table B. Okay. So now tell me, what is the result of a union here? One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So here why I'm getting answers as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. May I know like why you have not considered the ones which are common here? Are we joining by ones, friends, here? So union is something different than joins, because unions are going to get combined based on the row level. They are going to get combined here. So why haven't you taken it here? See, for example, this table had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. This table had 6 rows. So 6 plus 6, it has become 12 rows now. So they have just added up the data, just like that. Exactly. In union, we combine the rows. Shweta is saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 and 1. That's absolutely right. So for a union, the result will be this one only. For a union, the result is going to be combination between those two. We are not going to perform any joins here. So this should be the result as it is. So what is the result I have in table A? Column 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the result I am having in table B, column 1? 5, 6, 1, 7, 1. So this is going to be my result, friends, for a union. Okay. So it is not going to see for any commonalities. It is not going to do any of the joins or any operations. It is just going to take the data, add the data, put it together. Right. So when we are doing a union all operation, so this would be a union all, friends. So what we are doing here is union all. So union all will have duplicates. In the SQL union, duplicates will be eliminated. So this is not union, this is union all. Okay. So just to clarify with you all, this is union all. Union all is, it will have duplicate records. However, the same thing when I am writing it as union, this will not have duplicate records. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So two of these, three of these ones would be combined as only single time ones. So this would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So union will remove the duplicate. Union all will not remove the duplicate. Okay, that is the difference. But in generally, when we are doing union in Tableau, this is considered as a union only, which will remove the duplicates by default. Is this clear, friends? Everyone? Okay. Okay, friends. So now I request you all to please open your Tableau. We will do some practicals directly. Okay. We'll do some practicals. You please connect to sample superstore and let's see what we will be doing now. We will be connecting the people's table with the orders table and we will be performing a cross join in Tableau now. Okay. I'll tell you how this is working and stuff. Let me know once you are all ready, friends. Please open your Tableau public and keep it ready. Please connect it to sample superstore. Yeah, sure, Shantini. We shall have a break for 5 minutes, friends. So in the meantime, after the break, I want you all to please open your Tableau and keep things ready so that we will not waste more time there. Yeah? We'll go for a 5-minute break. Hello everyone. Okay, I think if you are all done with the break, I think we shall start again. Okay, friends. I think we shall start. I think Sam is facing some issues when opening his Tableau app. And when you are trying to connect to an Excel, it is closing automatically, is it? One moment, I can make you as a presenter. You can share me your screen and I will enable you the voice. Sam, you let me know if you can. Let me enable you the voice. Okay, Sam, I believe I have promoted you as a presenter. You can share your screen, and I think you can also have.
Yeah. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Yes.
Okay. So I'm trying to connect to Excel, that file.
No problem. Cause the program stop working correctly. Windows. Okay. Seems to be an issue with your system there. Can I have control of your system for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you. So still I think I haven't got. Can you have you passed on the control to me, Sam?
Yeah, I can.
I'm still not able to access your screen yet.
Do you have access now?
No, not yet. No, don't have access yet. Okay. No, I don't have access. Okay, can you close this program? Maybe I'll try with you or something. I'm not able to access your system yet. Yeah, can you close this program? Go to this Excel sheet again. Go to a text file now. Go to a text file now. And maybe, okay, again, it is throwing an error. Windows setting for solution. I'm thinking like, is there a compatibility issue in the installation, Sam, for this? Can you open Tableau public? public.tableau.com. Have you installed Tableau public already?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So it's showing like your license is getting expired in next 13 days. So
Right.
maybe what I would do is, Sam, like I would like you to uninstall this first and maybe do a reinstallation again, and also you can install Tableau public along with this. So maybe we can try that, because it seems to be an issue of compatibility, or the problem has been caused. That's what it is. It's notifying us. So it seems to be a compatibility issue there.
Okay.
So I think that's why you are getting this error. And so maybe you can uninstall this one and try reinstalling this once again. And maybe you can also install Tableau Public along with this. I think that should help you.
And Tableau public is available for how long? How many days?
So this is totally for free. Tableau public is for full-time free, so it doesn't have any days limitation. So it is like you can use it anytime.
Okay.
Full-time,
Okay. Okay. So okay, I'll try it later. Let's not waste everybody's time. You go ahead with your session, Ram.
No problem, Sam. Thank you. Thanks for that. I'm taking back the presenter, right?
Okay, do that, please.
Okay, friends. So what we'll do now, we'll all connect to a Excel file source here. Okay. So we'll first connect to an Excel source, and then we will take this. So I'll just muting Sam. Okay. Now it's fine. So friends, I think everyone have opened it. So can you click on this Excel connection here? So after you click on this Excel connection, you should be able to see something called under the module 1 data set. You should be able to see the sample superstore.xls, that file. You click on this and click on open. Is that working for everyone else, friends, except Sam? I believe others are able to open it. Okay, that's great. Okay, friends. So now we will take up this sheet. So now I will just show you a cross join example. That is like a Cartesian join. So for example, when an orders table is taken, see, this is the orders table, and within this table, within this connection itself, I'm also taking something called people's table. So I'm basically going to perform a join now. So when I'm performing a join here, you will be able to note that this is going to be, what kind of join is this, friends? Can anyone tell me what is the type of join we are doing it here? Yes, it's inner join, right? So inner join here, what common records alone will be taken, both matched and unmatched, and both unmatched records will be removed. So only the common records alone would be taken here. So we are getting this result. Similarly here, when you are performing the other type of join, the left join, the right join, you would be getting a different query results based on that, whatever type of join, what you are doing there. Okay. So just to make things simple here, friends, I'm just going to see here the query results for this particular thing is going to be one and the same for whatever type of join you are performing. The result is going to be one and the same. So what do you think that this is happening here, friends? The result is going to be one and the same for whatever type of join you do. The result is one and the same. Why is that so? For this particular table, the result is going to be like that. Not for all. For this particular table alone, we are going to have the same result getting whenever we are joining between the people based or orders and returns. You are going to see, irrespective of the type of join you do, you are going to get the same result. Okay. The main reason why I would say that is, okay, let's not take all records for now. I'll just show you, like, let's take 5 rows only. Okay, we'll take these 5 rows, and I'm going to remove all the other rows from this data set, from orders table. So these 4 rows only I will be taking. Okay, and for returns, 5, 6, 8, 8, and 6. 5, 6, 8, 8, 6. Okay. So for returns, what I will do, I'll just take these 4 rows only, friends. Okay. So this would be my orders table, this would be my returns table. So both are going to be joined based on my order ID. Let's now perform different kinds of joins and see the results. Okay, so I'm just going to save this file in a different name in the same location. I'll be saving the same file in a different name, sample superstore test. Okay, I'm going to save this file here. So this has only few records. So just to explain to you how this join is getting performed. The same way what we tried out sometime before, the same thing is going to happen here also. Okay, I'll just remove this connection. I'll close this connection. I'll open a new connection. Okay, we'll go to this Excel and I'll connect to this new file what we have created. So this is the sample superstore.excel. So I'm going to take the orders table, place it here. I'm going to take the returns table and I'm going to place it here. So now, friends, when I'm doing a inner join, what do you think would be the result? Why there is no record, friends? Exactly. There is no matching records between both these tables. So it's getting joined based on my order ID. This is going to get joined based on my order ID. And I don't have a matching order ID in my returns table here, because I have removed that. So inner join is not going to give me any result here. Okay. Now I'm going to change the join type, friends. I'm going to change it as a left join. Now you tell me what is the result, what we are getting now. These 4 rows. So from orders table, whatever records we are getting, these 4 records alone is getting displayed there in a left join. These 4 rows. That is what we are getting there as a result when we are performing a left join. Now tell me how many rows in a right join. In the right join also there is no match. However, we will be getting all rows from the right table, right? All rows from, for a right join, friends. I am asking for a right join. Right join is all rows from returns and no rows from orders. So what is happening here in orders table, if you see, so this is our source data. In orders there are no matching order IDs. In returns we are having 3 of those records. So we are getting 3 rows. We are getting 3 rows. However, the rows that are returned for the left table here, can you see here? This is going to be our left table. So for returns table there are only 2 columns, returned and order ID column, and for the left table we have the remaining all columns. All other columns are coming as null. Can you see that? We just get the result at last for these 2 columns only. Joins are doing it column wise. We are combining the columns here. When we are combining the columns get added towards the right. So when we are performing the left join, what was there in this row? What we had, can you see here, when we are performing the left join, null is coming for right table record. When we are doing the right join, null values are coming for left table records. This is one other important thing, friends, what you should know. When you are getting nulls on a particular type of tables, obviously there is no matching rows between those. That's why you are getting null. So whatever matches that, for which you are getting the results. Is this clear, friends? Everyone? Yeah, Lupita. Yes. So Lopita has a question. We will just take that question for now. Okay. Why right join does not contain cross joins for common columns? Okay. So here, Lopita, we don't have any common records here. Okay. So here we don't have any common records that is there in this table. So we are not, cross joins are not being performed here. Okay. So now what I will do, I'll just take this one record, friends, this order ID, and I will just take it in returns table, and I will mark it as yes, and I will just insert this new value there. Okay. From orders table, I'm just copying this record. I'm just pasting it in the returns table. I'm saving this result. I'm going to save this result. So after doing this, I'll just refresh my source here. Okay. Now we'll see the result for a right join, friends. We have one common record now. Can you see what has happened? For the common record, whatever we had in a right join, this is record number 4, row ID is 4, this is the order ID, and this is the data, what we are getting, and this has been returned. So, Lopita, does this answer your question? So, when we are having common records, that point of time alone, we'll be getting a Cartesian join applied here. So, Cartesian multiplications or those things getting applied here. So, assume that I have, like for this particular, assume that this particular order ID is repeating twice here. This particular order ID is repeated twice. So, I'm just copying this row once again. I'll make it 5, row number 5, okay, and I'm saving this. Now you tell me how many times this order ID will be repeated, friends, for a right join? Okay, I have just added one more record there. I'm going to refresh. Now you see it will get repeated 2 times. Now let's see the result for a right join. Can you see here? The same order ID is getting repeated twice for row number 4 and row number 5. We are getting 2 times the same record. So now it is getting converted as a Cartesian multiplication, as a cross join it is getting converted. Because we are having one common record which is matching between both these tables. That is the reason. Is this concept clear for you, friends? Okay. Okay, friends. So now what we will do, see the results for a full outer join. So this full outer join, what it is going to do? It is first taking all records from my left table, unmatched records from a left table. So that's why I am saying values as null from my right, and unmatched records from my right table it is taking, and it is combining both matched and unmatched records are coming. So my matched record, which is this ID row number 4 and 5, this is my matched record. This is getting repeated twice, and 1, 2, 3 is my unmatched in table A, that is orders table, and similarly these three values are unmatched in my returns table. So this is how it works, friends. Okay, so all types of joins you can perform out here in our Tableau. So you should understand the concept first. So in order to understand that, I just made this data set a little bit smaller. Okay, so if it is a larger data set, it would be difficult for you to get that. So that's why we had it with a smaller number of records. Okay. Okay, friends. So now we have seen a normal joins here. Now we will see something about cross joins. So this is what we covered now. So what we saw is about from two tables what we have taken. We are just performing a normal join. Okay, so we'll just see that. So join operation we just saw now. So this is what it is. Joins are going to combine the data the column wise. Union is going to combine the data the row wise. Okay. So people and orders table they have taken and they are doing a join there. Different types of joins are available in that. Okay. So as I told you, we are going to see about the cross join here, and a Cartesian or a cross joins what we will be seeing out in Tableau. Okay. So in order to perform a cross join, friends, in our module itself, in that module 1 itself, we have one more data set that is available. It would be a basic connection data set, and there is something called cross join data set which is available. Okay, so this cross join data set, if you see, we have two data here. I'll just remove the remaining because these are my previous example files. I don't need this anymore. So I'm removing all my previous things. Okay. Okay. So here in our module 1 dataset, we have two data sets, friends. One is the products.csv and the other one is sales.xlsx. Okay. So this Tableau has a feature which is inbuilt in default. Not only that, you can combine data from a single connection only. You can combine data from multiple sources also. Okay. What I mean here is, you can have a SQL Server table. You can connect that SQL Server table to a Teradata table also, or an Oracle table, or a big data table. The only requirement is it should have a matching column to join, to perform the join, and it should have the similar data type. If that is there, you can perform something called cross joins. So cross joins is the new concept which Tableau had introduced very recently, I think from 9.2 or 9.3, I believe. That's when they introduced cross joins. So prior to cross joins, we didn't have much things. We could not. We have to use something called data blending. What I'll tell you what that is. So whenever there are different types of source systems that are available, friends, that point of time we make use of something called cross joins here. Okay. So what this cross joins is going to do? Is this possible in any of your source systems or any of your reporting tools, wherein you establish a connection from SQL Server and you also merge the tables between Teradata and SQL Server as a single object, and then get the results? Have you tried that somewhere since? Was this possible for you? In normal terms, okay. In SSIS you did this, Kanya? Okay, that's right. So in SSIS you might have taken two objects, but did you do a merge operation or a union kind of? How did you achieve that in SSIS? Merging of data source? Okay, okay. Yeah. So here you can, in SSIS, it's a ETL tool, friends, what Kanya is saying. So in SSIS, we can have multiple sources and there are various transformations like merge, lookup, and those kind of transformations are available. So then Kanya, just a moment. Just a minute. One moment. Okay. No, friends, I was on mute. Like I think by mistake, some of the file got played there, and I was getting some noise, so I just had to. So what we were discussing is, friends, about this particular thing, like where we can combine various source systems and put it together. So you can use any of the source systems here. So as an example, here we will be taking these two files. So because one is going to be a CSV file and the other one is going to be a text file, right? So we are going to use that in Tableau and see how we can establish a connection. So if you want, you can do this parallelly with me, friends. I'm going to take these two data sets. So under the cross joins, what we are going to do, we are going to combine two data sets. Okay. So first one is going to be a sales XLSX. This is going to be an Excel data source, sales. And with that Excel data source, I'll be showing you how to add one more data source there. So how to add a new connection here, friends? You can just click on this particular thing. So I'm just renaming this sheet as, instead of sales, yeah, I'll make it as sales 2016. That would be my sheet name. Okay. And I cannot basically rename the sheet, whatever sheet name that is there, I had to use the same name there. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I think my screen sharing has been paused. Just a minute, friends. 1 minute. Okay. Is this fine now? You lost the screen share? 1 moment. Let me share it again. Okay, yeah, I think now it should be fine. Okay, okay. So now what we will do is, friends, we will take this sheet. I'll just redo that once again so that you can see that what I did. So I just went to that module data set, friends. So I went to this data source. So the first file what I will be joining is my Excel and CSV file, okay. So first I will take my Excel file. My Excel is located here, sales 2016.xlsx. I'll click on open and this file got opened. Okay. So this file got opened now. So this is like my sales 2016. I'm just renaming my connection. So this sales 2016, I'll have it as my connection name. Okay. So this is going to be my connection. So I have these orders placed, and then this market, and this is my product ID, and this is the sales amount. Okay. I'm going to add a new connection to this, friends. Let's see how to add a new connection. Okay. I'm going to click on add. So after I'm clicking on add, I can select any of the files here. So for an example, I'll just select a text file here. So I'm having a file called products2016.csv. This is a CSV file. I'm merging my Excel file with that of my CSV file. Okay. So that's what I'm doing it here. So this is my Excel file and this is my CSV file. Can you see these two files are getting combined there? The first is going to be it is basically performing a inner join between my sales and product sheet. So this is what it is. And how would you understand that which data is coming from which table? Sure, Sagar, I can just redo that once again. You want me to redo it from the everything, right? I'm just doing that once again. Okay. So one more thing I forgot to tell you. So friends, the first connection what you would be adding, that connection would be treated as a primary connection there. So primary connection in the sense, for example, I'm going to add an Excel file now. Okay. So I'll be adding an Excel file first. So my first file, whatever I'm adding, that would be treated as my primary data source. So once I click on open on that primary data source, I'll be getting something called sheet 1 which is available here. Okay, and this would be treated as my primary data source. Okay, so here this primary data source is indicated by a color blue, friends. Can you see here? It is just highlighting it in a blue color. Okay, now I'm going to add one more connection. That is going to be a text file connection. So once I'm adding a text file connection, all CSV files, TXT files and tab delimited files, all these files I'll be able to see that here. So that's why my sales file, sales.xls was not visible. It's for this reason. So we have this product 2016.csv. I'm opening this file now. Okay. So I have opened this product.csv, and if you see here, something different is there. The one which is highlighted in orange color is my products table. The one which is highlighted in blue color, can you see a line, a blue line on top of this data, friends? This indicates that this is going to be taken from my first table, that is my primary data source, that is sales. So Tableau has a color coding for this one. So basically it can have it. Similar to this, you can add other tables also. If you are having any other tables, you can merge that tables also with this. So by adding a new connection. So for now I don't have any of the common fields there. Okay. Prajakti, I am making you as a presenter, and see if you can pass me your presenter screen control. I'll tell you what has happened. I'm making you as a presenter. Just a moment. So Prajakti is facing some issues there connecting to this data. So let me make, yeah. Now you are the presenter. You can just see that. I'm able to see your screen, Prajakti? Yeah. Okay. So, I am able to see your screen, but there is no data for this table. Products 2016, there is no data available. Okay. Can I have a control for your screen? I would like to see the file. What is that? Okay. How to give the control? You can give me the control. There is something called sharing which is there. So under sharing, you should be able to see something called give keyboard and mouse control. So under sharing, then you should be able to see something called keyboard and mouse control towards your right. Do you see sharing there? Sorry, I'm not able to get your voice there. Okay, now you got the tables?
Yeah.
Okay. So earlier, what was the thing which you had done, and what did you do now?
Nothing.
Okay, I think then the data set was getting loaded then, so that's why you were not able to see the data. Something.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I'm taking back the presenter, right? So after you combine this data, friends, like this, so you will be able to see something like this, what we are seeing in the screen now. So after you are enabling the sharing, and you need to go to the particular sharing option and enable the control for me from there. That is for just your information. So in future, when you have to share your screen, you can do it by that. Okay. So here we have these two tables, friends. Whatever objects what we join now, we are able to see those two objects now, and those two objects are available for us to do a join. So here we can perform joins with multiple objects if they are having a common columns. That is the only requirement. You can perform left, right, full outer join, any type of join here. Okay, that will allow you to perform any type of join here, irrespective of whatever join types you are doing. Okay, so this is like you can have, so after you combine the data here, friends, you can see like the data set, the connection is getting changed as multiple connection. So you can give it a name called cross joins. You can rename the connection, and you can give it a name called cross joins. Okay. Similarly, this is how you can combine the data sets, and after you come to your sheet, can you see here, you are just seeing only one database, that is cross join, that is our connection what we have made. But this this is not one single connection, it is going to be multiple connections. However, since we perform the cross join, this will be seen as a single database connection. This is one thing to note here, friends. Though this is being shown as a single database connection, this is not a single table, it is a combination of two different sources. So Tableau is basically encapsulating you the connection there, and it is showing you as a single connection out there. So these are the tables what we have. Products 2016.csv, these are the data what we see. Sheets, we are saying this. So if suppose like you do not want to see this kind of ordering there, so you do not want these things to be ordered there, you can just go to this group by. Instead of data source table, you can just click on this folder. Then it will look like a single object only. You will not know from which table what has been taken unless until you scroll over to that particular object. Because can you see here, product ID is available in both the tables. This is in the sales and this is in the products. Both the tables here it's available. Okay. No, I believe presently you are not able to scroll between the data and this. I believe there is a connection is somewhat slower. So I would like you to see if you are facing any slowness in your system presently, because the data was not appearing earlier and after some time it got appeared. I believe there is some performance related things which is happening out there, or your connection is a bit slower when it's getting established. Do you have enough memory, RAM in your system? Please check your RAM space and clear out all the temporary files and folders and see if you are able to work after that. I think it's mostly related to slowness of the system there. That's what I'm able to see. Okay, Jai Shri has a question. Why I am seeing double cylinder and cross join instead of a single cylinder? Okay. Okay, you are seeing a double cylinder, is it? Let me make you as a presenter. One moment. Okay, I have made you as a presenter, Jayashree. You can share your screen. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I can see the cross join with the double cylinder here. So why I'm able to see the double cylinder instead of the cylinder like you are getting? So
okay. So can you go to the data source again? So use the sales and products. This is slide. Can I have control? What version of Tableau you are using?
10.4?
10.4? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, the version what I am using is 10.1. So maybe the update whatever they have done at 10.4, they have just changed the icons and the symbols for that, just to make understand it's going to be a cross join. So I think that is the only reason. But other than that, this is the same data only, and you are seeing the right thing there. So there is no other issue.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So do you have any other questions?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I have
Yeah, I have taken back my presenter rights. Okay. Okay, and now we have okay. Salim has a question. Why do we see sales as a measure, but it's not in either table where it's being derived from? Okay. Why do we see sales as a measure? The sales is being derived from one of the tables there, Salim. If you see, sales is the data measure which we are taking out from. Okay, the sales value has been taken out from the sales 2016 data. So we have a sales column here. That is the reason why we are able to see the sales out here. So we are able to see the sales column here. So that's why it is coming as a measure. You are having this column. Aren't you able to see this there in your data set? If you can just scroll it towards your right, this is the last column what we have, the sales column. Yeah, that's why it is coming. Okay, friends. So I think we will. I'm not going to talk on data blending as we are running short of time now. So this is what we saw. We combined this product table and the sales table, and this was a text file, and this was a CSV. Other one was an Excel. We combined these two, and we created a single connection. Though it is looking like a multiple connections, it is a single connection only. Single data source from two different files. And you can just group it by folder so that you are having a single view of those data. And this is how the data is looking like. So whenever you are applying a cross join, you can take the fields and then drag and drop that and put that in your visualization. So you can visualizations on top after taking that data. So this would be the sheet 1. You can basically take the product ID from this table, and you can take sales from here. So basically a join operation is getting performed. Sales data, you can take it from there, and you can take the category and drop it over here. I see someone raising their hand, so I would like you, if you, by mistake, if you have raised your hand, you can type in the chat window also. Okay. So you can basically make use of the data from both the tables and make it look like it is from the single table only. And this is like based on the various categories. I'll remove this product ID from here. You'll just see based on the various categories what is the sales and what is the, based on various order dates, we can just see the sales amount there. So we can just see different visualizations for each and everything. Always you have an option to switch over between one graph to another based on what you would like to see. That you always have the flexibility to do that. You can create that and take it out. You can create whatever things you wanted from here. Okay. So today we are done for the day, friends. Like we will look into more details. I'm not going to take data blending for you now because data blending is slightly going to be a different thing there. So I don't want to confuse you all now with the data blending concept. So we will be seeing about data blending tomorrow, which is also an extension of which was initially there, and then cross join came later. So cross join was something which was introduced later, and prior to cross join we had something called data blending. I'll tell you that also, and why we are not recommending to use data blending most often. I'll tell you why that is also. So similarly, you can just work around on the aspects of this, and I think by tomorrow we will start module 2 along with the data blending concepts. Okay friends, we are done for today, and as it is very late for people who are joining from outside India, so I think it would be too much time if we drag it further. So I'm stopping it for now. For any questions, please let me know. Thank you, Samir, and thank you, Lopita. You have a great day, Samir. You have good night, everyone. Others from other locations. Thank you, Shweta, Jayashri, Shantini. Have a great day there. Thank you, Sam. So hope your installation issue is getting fixed by next class at least. Okay, it's lunchtime in Australia. Okay. Have a great lunch, Father. See you. Yeah. Yeah, Kalpana, actually, we had to wait for a few more participants who has informed me today that they would be joining late. So that's the reason why we were waiting for them. Yeah. So friends, as we are having people from other locations also, it would be great that we all join by 7, and so that we are not making everyone wait there. Yeah. Thank you, friends. You all have a great day there.